Information about the flu vaccine in today's Health Watch. The CDC says it's the least effective vaccine for influenza in a decade. That's as we see a very active season. Cases in 26 states have killed 26 children, including 2 in Colorado. CBS 4 medical editor Dr. Dave Hnida with me right now. If it's only 23% effective, is it kind of a waste?
Well, I got to tell you, the flu vaccine is never perfect any year, usually 60, 70%. But I got to tell you, doesn't 23% sound like a dud of a vaccine? You know, flu activity is mega high. The main strain that's pummeling people is something called H3N2. Now, this strain is supposed to be covered in this year's vaccine along with 3 other strains. So you got to ask yourself, what happened here? Well, it all goes back actually a year ago, February 2014, when flu experts in the United States took a look at what was beginning to show up on the other side of the world, and then what would probably travel to North America by the fall of 2014. Well, the expert did guess right. H3N2 would be bad, but then the virus mutated, meaning the vaccine didn't work. Now, it does take too long to make a new vaccine for the new strain, but there are some things you can do. First, get your flu vaccine anyway if you haven't already. Even though 23% sounds like a waste, it is not. If you are lucky, you'll be in that 23%. And even if you're not, you will get a little bit of protection in any case, which means you won't be sick for so long. Now, if you do get the flu, immunized or not, contact your doctor immediately to get some medications. Now, the CDC is telling us doctors to prescribe these anti-flu medications early and often. They work best when started within 48 hours of illness, so don't delay. Yet us doctors, I got to tell you, are doing a poor job prescribing them. CDC says 1 in 5 of us are following this advice. CDC says don't wait for a flu test or anything else. Get started on these medications stat. And I got to tell you, as a patient, you may need to be pushy, although a call to your doctor may be all you need in order to get these medications, Tamiflu, Relenza. And sometimes you got to think about it, the point that you may be too sick to make it into the office, as well as the fact that sometimes we don't want you in the office if you're actively sick with flu.
We'll call it in for you, and that's
this is one where we will call it in for you. So there are some things that you can do, and it is important. Once again, if you have not been immunized, it is still not too late, and those other strains may show up a little bit later in the season.
Right, so
be ready.
Rise in its effectiveness overall at some point.
Exactly.
Dr. Dave, thanks very much. You can find out more from Dr. Dave at his blog. That's at cbsdenver.com.